My name is Elizabeth Marsten. I'm the Senior Director of Strategic Marketplace Services at Tinuiti. Tinuiti is a agency first with all of the agency services. So we have marketplace, paid search, shopping and feeds, SEO, email, CRO, analytics, integrated media strategy, programmatic, and creative. And I'm sure I forgot somebody, so sorry about that. But we are a large organization throughout the United States. We have about 6 offices and about 650 employees. And what's awesome is I'm a remote employee, like normally. So this is COVID happened, and I went, well, I guess I just will stay where I am. So that was the good news. As a Senior Director of Strategic Marketplace Services, that means that I work on all the new stuff. So we have a very strong Amazon presence or business line that we have going now, but currently what I'm working on is Walmart and building out our Walmart offering and what that might look like. So one of the things that to add to that today, for obviously COVID is top of mind, I feel like you're not allowed to not have something to say about it. But for Walmart in particular, what we've seen is they're not experiencing official delivery disruptions. So unlike some of the turbulence that we're now seeing with Amazon, there is less. There's obviously more options for buy online, pickup in store. So as Chad showed in his slides, the reach that Walmart has just from a store perspective, but geographic as well, especially in those key categories. Yes, they still have toilet paper, not online, but you have to go in the store or pick up. Some of those are a pick up in-store only item, like you have to physically go in. Some of those less in demand items are still available for that 2-day delivery free ship if you get that 35 minimum order. Deliver, we'll go into this a little bit later, more about those operational warehouses and how the fulfillment partner and how they get that done. And then there's obviously the official Walmart COVID response. So what I'm going to cover today is Walmart Media Group, or the advertising option. So for some of you that aren't even selling on Walmart yet, this isn't as relevant. This is a for later thing, and I hope you'll think of me in Tinuiti when the time is right. But what I want to cover today is there's 3 different types of advertising through Walmart. There's search display and video, or Voodoo. I'm going to focus today on the sponsored products more than anything else. And that's the thing that we're most, or the ad unit that we're most familiar with on Amazon. So search is performed, a sponsored product usually performs somewhere in that search result and or on a product detail page. And I'll go into that in greater detail. Probably the biggest benefits that Walmart advertising that they've posted out there is, you can jumpstart newer struggling SKUs on the marketplace, which is very true. Capturing seasonal spikes, average increase about 10% in sales, category dependent, in terms of on top of your organic sales. You can, and this is in the Walmart FAQs, they do state this, that you will increase organic, or you can increase organic impression or rank through sales velocity and volume. So obviously somebody goes to walmart.com, they put something in, keyword in, your product comes up, they click on it, they buy it. You've taught Walmart that is relevant for that query, so they're going to go grab it, do it, and rinse and repeat, right? Flywheel. And then, of course, as we were talking about earlier, it's not Amazon, and that diversification, I think, is why a lot of us are here today. So first and foremost, I want to touch on two advertising types that I'm not going to dig into too great a detail. One is the Walmart search brand amplifier. So this is for head terms. So 2-3 words tops. You'll go in, generic search bar, put it in, and you will see at the top there the logo and then 3 products that follow it. And that's just top of the search page that you can get, and it's booked via the Walmart Media Group. The other that you can book through the Walmart self-service advertising UI, but not directly, is the buy box banner. So on a product detail page underneath the buy box or add to cart, you will see in that red there a banner-like experience for potentially a competitive product. You have to have a $1 minimum CPC bid in an automatic campaign in order to qualify. Average CPC on that is category dependent. I usually say if you're trying to win that particular placement, you probably want to go higher than that, probably about $2 in order to get that. And you won't be able to see that, and I have this later on in my slides, that you'll be able to see that placement report, like how many buy box banner impressions you received. However, you still can't control it. And then, of course, the meat of today, I want to talk mostly about Walmart sponsored products. So these are the in-grid search results that you may be more used to seeing on Amazon. These are cost per click. They drive within Walmart product detail pages. You can control how much you spend. You do set a minimum budget at the campaign level for $1,000 and a daily ad spend at $100 per day. it is the minimum required amount that you have to put in when you are going through the Walmart setup. That's just the way it is. It's not necessarily what you will spend, but it is what you have to input. And it is, I recognize as a paid search person, my OCD kicks in and I don't want to put $1,000 in, but that's what you have to do in order to get it started. These spots show up in grid search 3, 5, 6, or 12. I did ask why those spots in particular. That wasn't anything I was could have disclosed to me, but that is where it is. And there's only 2 spots in a SERP at once. In order to be eligible, though, the product in question must be appearing organically within the top 3 pages of search results for that related query. And of course, you have to be winning the buy box. So same rules as Amazon on that one. There are a few different places that sponsored products can show. Search results page, obviously, product detail pages, browse pages, and I will go into an example of that because I also had to dig a little bit when I was first learning this, the difference between a browse page, a topic page, and a category page. So a category page is pretty, I think, straightforward. It's those topic pages and those browse pages that starts to get a little sticky. They're also shown in a few different formats. So besides the singular products within the search engine grid, search result grid, you also have the carousel. And the carousel is what we see a lot more of. It's located on the search results page, category pages, and the bottom of product or item. These are those item pages at the bottom of when you scroll all the way down. You do not need to appear organically in the first 128 results in order to be in that placement. And that's probably one of the reasons I see as many impressions as I do for that particular unit. That is one thing to keep in mind there. And then of course we have our campaign types. So Walmart is similar to Amazon in that there are automatic and manual campaigns. The automatic campaign is when Walmart determines when to display a sponsored product based on the keywords identified from the product title, descriptions, other material, whatever they feel is relevant to the products that you have chosen and put in that product group or that campaign. Must be winning the buy box, same thing. You can set the bids at the product level and they're eligible for all of the placements, so that buy box banner. The manual campaigns, however, are manually where on the keywords that you select that you want to bid on and depending on the match type. So the same match types of exact, phrase, broad do apply here, and you must be winning the buy box. You can set the keywords or the bids for the keywords at the match type level. And it's a 220 keyword limit per campaign, which is actually pretty small compared to, say, Amazon or Google. So keep that in mind. And what I found is you don't want to add a bunch of keywords either, like just stuffing keywords in there as many as you can. Just more maintenance more than anything else. Things to note about that as well. Walmart is a first price bid auction. Amazon and Google are second price, meaning the bid that you put in, let's say there's 2 of you competing and you both put a bid in, whoever the highest bid is obviously wins, but you only pay a penny more than the second place bidder. In this case, you pay what you bid. So you have to be careful not to be, in a sense, overpaying. So no matter what that second place bidder bid is, so if you put that $2 in trying to win the buy box banner and you only needed to put in, say, $1.30, then you've overpaid. So you'll have to keep very close track of that. And then, of course, it is based on the maximum you will pay per click. There are minimums, 20 cents and 30 cents respectively. So 20 cents for the automatic campaigns, 30 cents for a manual. Walmart has recommended starting higher, so higher than that minimum. Get those impressions, learn faster, and then drop the bid down as performance starts to come in. I don't care for that methodology as much because it is harder to control on Walmart as far as when you jack up the bid and then try and bring it down. But it depends on how fast you need these answers as well. So for some folks that may work. I start with at least 50 to 60 cents, so like double that minimum, especially on a manual campaign. Additionally, the relevancy bid and buy box, so to get that impression, you want to make sure, like I said, appear in that top 128. You need to rank higher than or equal to organic search ranking for that product in order to get that impression. Obviously, same category as the search query and the same product type of at least one non-sponsored item in the first page of search results. To win the buy box, it's Walmart. You got to have the competitive price point. Product has to be in stock. Fast shipping speed, 2-day is ideal. So Deliver, we'll get into that quite a bit and how you can get that 2-day ship badge. And then on-time delivery and positive reviews. So we're talking about just some of the basic seller metrics in order to be successful in Walmart. Seems like it would make sense. So obviously, if you're able to do this on Amazon and replicate this on Walmart, you will have similar conversion. Walmart also has what's called bid modifiers. So you can increase with a placement or platform you want to emphasize, or mobile, desktop, or mobile web. What I have seen best is desktop and mobile app. Mobile web experience for sponsored products is not nearly as clean, and it's not as good looking. Conversion rate tends to be better on either desktop or mobile, like a dedicated format. Placement, again, it's that buy box banners, what that means, and then search and grid. And here's what it looks like if you were to run a report on that. So you get reports for campaign performance by placement and platform. Category, and like I was saying a little bit, think of it this way. Category page is the top level category. So when you look at Walmart.com and you look at the left nav and you see all those different categories, it's pretty high level. It's, like beauty. Browse is pretty much after that and should be considered like a subcategory. So think about the way that you would go into a physical Walmart store and you would look down the aisles and look at, when you go to a store, you don't ask the clerks where the bread category is. You ask where the bread aisle is or the bread department. And so that browsing capability or that browsing behavior is something from stores kind of transferred online as part of the experience. Topic pages are timely or collection based, can range from anything from like 4th of July beauty that I've seen to like winter accessory collections for kids, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. They tend to disappear after a while, come in and come out. And then last but not least, some of the campaign management optimization tips. So 10 to 15 SKUs in a single ad group or campaign to gain enough traction. Do not do single SKU groups unless you have a significant amount of traffic. And when I say significant, I mean in clicks, not in impressions, but like clicks and sales. In order to justify breaking that out, it's just a matter of the sophistication so far of what the Walmart system is able to understand on what a product is and what people are looking for and what they buy. Do use the suggested keywords tab after the campaign has run for about a week. In impressions, you want to go from top to bottom in order of priority because the relevance after the first 8 or 9 terms really drops off considerably. I would not just add everything that's in that suggested tab. I would cherry pick the top few every couple of weeks. Make sure to take a look at Walmart.com site search. So put in what the thing is, and then start to see what Walmart suggests after that, and then you will have a pretty good idea of the top level queries that your product could show for. And same with related searches, which show at the bottom of the page. My wish list, because folks always ask, there are no negative keywords with Walmart right now. And there are also no search term reports. So it is a little bit of kind of like swimming in the dark. So you're kind of swimming around, you're not sure necessarily what's always down there, and you hope there's nothing that's going to grab you. And I know that just sounds terrifying, but it is a little bit dark right now. Targeting by placement or page types, you cannot definitively say this placement at this priority. You can do a little bit with the bid modifiers, but it's not as directive. You can't just say this placement only and not that placement. And then a dashboard that aggregates top level data for all campaigns. One thing I did put in here as my last piece here, so resources. So I've got, check it out. So Walmart sponsored products, they have a help center. It is not gated like the Amazon stuff is. You can just go in and access it. You can apply here for a Walmart advertising account if you're already a seller, some articles, and then the Tinuiti blog. And also, I want folks to know that if they want to have any questions about Walmart, just feel free to reach out directly.